Hey Artie friends, Connie here today. I'm back with a new layout using the February kit, the Kitaholic's February kit I should say. And so I will be scrapbooking a photograph of me. This is a photograph of myself in a costume. I'm guessing I was really about 7 or 8. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have much details on any of my limited photographs that I have of myself as a child. But this is one of them. And I'm sorry about that. My phone's just decided to go crazy. Anyway, so I've selected the black and white stripe paper out of the kit, and I've cut it down to just a little bit smaller than a 9 by 12. I'm not quite sure on the exact size, but I've cut it down a little bit smaller, and I have just used some of the white Craft paint and just use a old gift card and spread it on the background. And then I have used the pink Craft paint that came in the kit and used a makeup sponge and sort of dabbed it all around and blended it in with some white as well. So it was sort of like a muted sort of, different coloured pink all over the background. So I've now just put that aside to dry, and I'm going to start layering up my photo. Now this is not the original. I have scanned the original into my computer and then reprinted it on my PictureMate. So, and that's why I was happy enough to just give it a chop because it didn't really matter because I've kept the original one, so it's nice and safe. And I'm just doing a little bit of layering. This is really just a very simple and quick layout from me today, and I'm just because I'm really eager to get into the March kit, but I knew I wanted to use the February kit for this photo because I thought it just went really nicely. So I didn't end up using any more of the paper from the kit because I really wanted to keep this like real black, white and pink layout. And while all the papers were absolutely gorgeous, they were all like coloured, like they had yellows and blues and all that in it, and they just weren't going to fit. So I used a doily from the kit that came in the kit, and I've just gone into my mixed media drawer and pulled out an old vintage book that I ripped pages out of, and a old sewing what do you call it? I can't remember what you call it, but an old sewing template stencil thing, pattern, that's the word I'm looking for, and some pink tissue paper that came wrapped in a little parcel, I think, and yeah, just sort of piled all that together and used my tiny stapler to staple it all together. So now I am going to be doing my embellishments, and yeah, we all know how I feel about embellishments. I just find them very tricky, and I get myself all confused, and yeah, so I do stop recording and I end up just doing it all off camera. I think I've said it before that I get a little bit I think I get a little bit anxious when it's recording. I can't seem to relax. It's like somebody's actually watching me live, but I know you aren't, and I know I can delete the video if I don't like it. You know what I mean? So I don't know why I feel that way, but yeah, I tend to get really anxious when I'm recording, and I keep thinking I'm gonna stuff it all up, and yeah, you know how it all goes. And so now I have in my previous video using this kit, I used the jelly plate, and this piece of cardstock, which has been cut down to a 8 by 12, I've just used a piece of that because it's got a little pink coming off the side there, that pink painty, and I'm just sticking the black and white striped layout on that just to give it a bit more stability. And I just really wanted that white border around the edge, and as you can see, I've used that cut file and some of the embellishments that came in the kit, and that little wood veneer sort of flower thing, and I painted that pink, and yeah, and a couple of love hearts there. So so it's pretty simple, very simple layout. And I'm just gonna be putting it down my title now. I did and ah about the title because I really wanted to use some of those stickers that we got, and so I did stop recording here again, and I go off and really think about the title for a little bit, and then I come back. So I've put down that word magic, and I end up calling this layout Fairy Magic because I'm wearing a fairy costume. So, and I really wanted to use that, so I had to sort of try and work out a title with one of those words that was on that sticker sheet, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's what I've come up with, Fairy Magic. So I'm just going to use these little letters, little alphabet letters that were in that little pack with all those awesome stickers that we got in that whole pack. And because the black sort of matched with the heart, it all sort of went in. It was the same sort of tone of black, so it all matched. And now you're watching me fiddle around because I got everything all in the wrong spot, and I've got letters stuck on my fingers, and yeah, so you're going to watch me fiddle around with this title for a minute. And then I add, what do I do next? I can't even remember. I only done this like a couple of hours ago. How bad's that? My memory is so bad. So I think I get some tiny word stickers. Oh no, I use these love hearts, the enamel sort of, they're not quite as big as enamel. I don't know what you'd call them, but they're so pretty. And I just got a couple of the pink love hearts and just had them going up the page from the larger love heart, and I just thought that just added a little bit of a final touch. And then I used the tiny word stickers that came in that sticker pack, and it was really hard to pick one because they were very Valentine's Day related, and so it took me a while to actually pick one. And then I couldn't pick another one because I wanted to add another one, and then I just stuck that love up there on top of that pink flower. And then I used a little bit of that pink washi tape under there, and I tried to use the black strip too, but it just didn't work. It just didn't look right. It seemed like it was a little bit too much, so I just ended up popping it back. And so now, yep, I come in with a little bit of white paint, and I just go over a lot of the embellishments with just little quick swipes of white paint just to give it that painterly feel. And that's pretty much it from me today. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and give me a thumbs up if you liked this, and I will see you next time. So see ya. Bye.